Here are two people. Both have lung disease. One of them has pneumonia, a bacterial lung infection, also called acute pneumonia. Fortunately, this is often very easy to treat with antibiotics if the person's immune system cannot eliminate the bacteria. The other person has a more serious disease, cystic fibrosis, that can also include a bacterial lung infection, which is chronic, not acute. Unfortunately, this infection is not as easy to treat with antibiotics. Researchers have long known that the bacteria form a biofilm in chronic lung infections. Bacteria do not just swim around separately. Sometimes they can aggregate into a clump. When this happens, they can secrete many proteins and other substances that create a protective mucus layer around them. This is called a biofilm, and researchers have assumed that in chronic lung infections, the biofilm is what protects the bacteria from the body's own immune cells and from the effects of antibiotics. But new research in Denmark shows that the creation of biofilms is not unique to chronic lung infections.
In fact, biofilms are also created in people with acute pneumonia. Thus, the biofilm cannot be solely what is protecting the bacteria, because the bacteria in acute pneumonia can easily be eliminated by antibiotics. So what is then the reason? We found that the bacteria in acute infection are very active and grew rapidly, whereas the bacteria in chronic infection are less active and thus grow more slowly.
This is an important difference, because many of the antibiotics used to eliminate bacteria target bacteria that are growing. So if the bacteria do not grow, antibiotics will not work. One possible reason for this difference is that the immune system uses oxygen as it attempts to combat a chronic infection. This makes the environment extremely oxygen poor, which puts the bacteria into a dormant state inside the mucus layer. But how can we improve antibiotic treatment for people with chronic lung infections? The researchers are now investigating the possibility of activating these dormant bacteria by adding oxygen. This will make the bacteria active again and get them to divide and grow, and then antibiotics will work. Although it may seem counterintuitive, using oxygen to activate bacterial growth can be an effective way of eliminating the bacteria. You can read more about this research at sciencenews.dk.